Hey YouTube, how's it going? Let me turn this down. My niece has been calling me on Skype this morning. So how's it going, YouTube? It's been a while since you've heard from me or seen my face, and I still get comments on some of the videos that I've already posted, and I really appreciate the comments that I get, you know, the positive ones. Because who appreciates negative ones, right? But either way, I appreciate the comments because that means you at least clicked on it and watched some of it, if not all of it. And I appreciate that. And today I wanted to make a video. Actually, I wanted to make this video last night, but when I got home, I forgot. But I wanted to make a video because last night I was at here in my little city that I'm living in now in Florida. There's a place called the Hookah Palace, and it's Lakeland's only hookah bar. And every time I go there, I go by, I've only been there twice. And the first time I went in yesterday, I went by myself. And every time that I have been, these last two times, I have always been able to, you know, make friends there, meet people, and just have a genuinely awesome time. And the reason why I wanted to make this video was because recently, for the past, since let's say August, I think, I became single, and I am still single. And so, you know, usually for me, there's a period of reflection that, you know, one goes through when they come out of a relationship, especially a long relationship. There's a period of reflection that you should go through in order to make sure that you are complete and that you understand the experience that you had, that you understand the lessons that you may have learned, and that you understand where you need to be going forward, and what you need to do differently for yourself. And maybe I'm just speaking to the ladies, I don't know. But I recently, you know, decided that, you know, I'm ready to, you know, meet people, and, you know, females and male, to make friends and have friends in, you know, in this area, because all of my friends obviously are not in Florida. So, you know, I've decided consciously that, you know, I wanted to go out and make friends, and, you know, and just try to have a good time, you know, by myself again. And I've been doing that for the most part. And really what I want to say is to the ladies, is that when you come out of a situation, it is so important to know what it is that you require and that you need going forward. Many of us don't know, and I think that men only do what we let them do. And I know it works both ways, but I'm just going to speak from my own perspective. Men only do what we allow them to do. And I have met, in the last few weeks, I have met some of the most disrespectful, unchivalrous, unmanlike men here that I have ever met anywhere. And it's so funny because it's like you meet someone and the first thing they want to do is invite you to their house or come to your house. And it's like, whoa, buddy, time out for that. You know, you don't get to come to my house, and you shouldn't let me get to come to your house. You don't know me. I could be waiting in the bushes with a butter knife the next day, ready to bust windows out, you know, and I'm not that kind of chick, but I'm just saying, you don't even know me. And so we got to do better, ladies, in knowing what it is we want, and stop being so dang hungry for a man. it's ridiculous, because they think now that that replaces the chase, you know, of a woman. That inviting her to their house and trying to crack for some replaces the chase of a woman. And I'm just not having that. I ain't having that crap. You know, I'm not saying that you got to take me to a 5-star restaurant. I'm not even saying you got to take me to McDonald's. That's not what I'm saying. But men need to be creative in where they're meeting you and where you're meeting up for the very first time, in my opinion. And, you know, to me, Starbucks is not out of the question. Parks are not out of the question. Come on now, for we are in Florida. We could meet at a beach or a lake. I mean, and just sit and talk. You don't have to meet me at your house, and I don't have to meet you at your house. And to me, it's driving me nuts. It's really driving me to the point where it's like, you know what? Forget that. You know, just forget it, because it's ridiculous. And I had a guy tell me, the audacity to tell me, that what I'm looking for is a fairy tale, and that he's looking for somebody who's ready to, you know, more advanced and ready to get into a relationship. Well, no, dude, what you ready for is a chick that's gonna give you some as soon as you meet her. And you know what? I'm not an angel. I may look like an angel. Or I may have a niece named Angel, but I'm not an angel. And I've lived that life. You know, I've lived that life where whatever was whatever. But I'm not there anymore. I'm well into my 30s. And I just feel like the game should have changed. It should have changed at some point, and it's looking like it hasn't. So, I mean, ladies, this is a public service announcement. Please stop being so damn thirsty and hungry for these dudes. You know, it's our responsibility to still maintain our womanhood, maintain our womanship. And if you don't know who you are as a woman, then I suggest that you start today figuring out who you are, what you're about, what do you like, what don't you like. And I'll just put it to you. What helped me determine who I was as an individual? Because growing up, I had pretty low self-esteem. I didn't think that I was pretty. I didn't think I deserved the best, and I'm still battling that. But what helped me figure out who Ayana was Erykah Badu. Her music sings into me. And I don't know if anybody can relate to that, where you may have an artist, or there may be something that just goes directly into you, into your soul. It could be a book, it could be words, it could be poetry, it could be any kind of music. I just think good music, or the correct type of music for you or for me, just sings right into you. And when some people say they can look into your eyes and see your soul, I believe that to be true in some instances, where you could look into someone's eyes and see their soul. But her music sings into me, and it wasn't her first album. And everybody around me knows that I'm an Erykah Badu fan through and through. She could sing Mary Had a Little Lamb, and I'd go buy it on iTunes tomorrow, But it was her second album, Mama's Gun, and I listened to Mama's Gun coming out of another relationship at that time, and that carried me through into knowing who I am, what I stand for, what I want, what kind of woman I was, what my style was, what my flow was. It helped me get over that bridge. It helped me get there. And during that time is when I became an Eastern Star, and I created friendships with people that were genuine, and I had a good time with people that were genuine and definitely interested in the good of, you know, of a relationship, of a friendship. And you gotta know who you are. You gotta know who you are. And you can't be afraid to experiment with that. Experiment with you. For instance, I wore dreadlocks. For me, I wanted dreadlocks. I grew dreadlocks, and this was like right on the cusp of when the dreadlocks were becoming popular. So at that time, they weren't all that popular, so I kind of stood out at, you know, wearing dreadlocks. But I'm wearing dreadlocks, and I'm not looking super Rasta, because like I said, this was on the cusp of when everybody was wearing them to be fashionable. I rocked head wraps. You know, maybe I'll put together some pictures one day of all of that, like a slide or whatever. But I rocked head wraps. I rock what made me feel good as a woman. I embody what my name means. My full name is Ayana Naila Chiere, and my full name means beautiful flower, one who succeeds with God's love. And I just embody my full name, and I'm grateful that my mom and my dad even gave me that name, gave me this name, because it just embraces who I am, totally. And you know, I just found me, and you gotta find you, and you gotta stop making these dudes, you know, come out of left field with some bullshit. Yeah, I said it. So that's what this video is for. And I've been on a ride these last few months. I have been on a ride, and some friends that's near and dear to me have come and go, have come and gone, I should say. And I let it go. I let it go, and I'm letting it go again. Right now, I let it go, because they say people come for a reason or a season, and true friends stay. True friends do stay. They fight through, they persevere. Acquaintances, they go. So with that being said, shout out to all my true friends in YouTube land. You know who you are. Shout out to my YouTube friends. You know who you are. Ain't but a couple. So yeah, that's it. So I'm going to St. Pete. Deuces.